thanks so much for being here, dude.
Dude, coming here in Astoria, it reminded me of so many like times where I would like look through Backpage.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, was the last time you were here to purchase sex?
It was crazy. It's the first time I've walked into Queens without pulling my dick out.
Yeah, there must be different flavors up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when you want to mix it up.
I had one. I actually didn't come to Queens as much just because
Yeah.
Manhattan is such a choice.
Sure.
But I came here years ago, and I went to, I don't know if it was Jackson Heights, Astoria.
Yeah.
But I walk out, and there's this drunk Spanish guy that kind of started looking at me, and then he puts up his fist to fight me, and he was so fucking drunk. I'm like, I could kill this guy.
Yeah.
But I walked away, and he's following
Yeah.
me, and then I just
Wow.
ran up the street. This guy chased me up the street. I felt like such a fucking coward.
Wow.
And then he's like trying to like throw down with me. And I'm like, hey man, there's kids around.
Yeah,
and I finally
yeah.
lost him on the train. I went on the subway and lost him.
insane.
But I'm like, what
You're
am I
doing a full like action movie, get on the train, up
Yeah.
and down the steps, trying to lose this just drunk Hispanic man.
But I also thought, like, you never know. Like, first of all, I hit the guy. He was just, he was just
Hits
that
his
fight. He was a
head.
little guy
Yeah.
all. And I'm like, I don't know who he's got around here. Does
Yeah,
he live here?
yeah,
If I hit
yeah.
him, I get my ass kicked by 10 guys. So
Well, you're also fresh. You freshly nutted, so it's like you have all your senses. You're really thinking logically.
Yeah.
You're like, because if you're still horny, you're like, I'm gonna fuck this guy, but I'm gonna get pussy. But you had just nutted.
Yeah.
So you're like, I have to fear a lawsuit. I have to get home. You know.
yeah,
you're,
there's children here,
Yeah,
sir. Behave.
Yeah. I could hear them at recess while I was eating a trans woman's ass earlier. That didn't bother me, but now we can't put fisticuffs up.
Dude, if I was on my way into her apartment, I would have pushed a stroller in front of a train. Get that! And then ran the fucking
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, the back page. So I was a very, because now you can't. I think it's off the internet.
It's all
or
gone.
You really
Yeah,
have
I
to
took
know
over,
what
yeah.
to do. Oh man, another egregious government overreach. The FBI coming in and shutting it down. When I was in college, getting absolutely no pussy whatsoever. I think because I was a coward, I never called.
Sure.
But I did a lot of perusing and jacking
Yeah,
off.
oh, yeah.
I did a lot of like, put the first 5 digits in the thing and then you know what I mean, coming immediately. I never actually had the guts to like, and I think probably I got lucky in that I grew up there's enough internet, whereas like the first time you probably had to buy sex, it was like it was all numbers, it was all kind of random, it was all like seedy, there was no safety to it from the jump, right?
Dude,
it was all dangerous.
I remember I bought phone sex,
Yeah.
and this was like old school. I had to send a money order into California, and been jerking off longer than some of you are alive.
Wait a second. You had to get a money order?
Dude,
so you had to you had to go get a money order weeks before you wanted to jack off.
$90 for a money order. I mail it into California. They mailed me through like a registered mail a bunch of phone numbers. And you had 30 days those numbers were good for. So you could call and jack off like any time of the day.
Wow.
But they were all California, so I'd be on my way to work.
Right.
And I called at like 7 in the morning.
Yeah,
and it was 4 a.m. there.
Yeah.
And the woman's like, you want to talk dirty now? And she was a fucking buzzkill. But yeah, it was all magazines back then.
Yeah.
And I remember I went down to fucking...
So I'm just real quick,
Sure.
and I want to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
So you're telling me it was more like a monthly pass. It
Yes.
wasn't by the minute. It was like all you can jerk $90. That seems like a pretty good deal.
It was until you get fucking cranky woman who doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a customer, lady. Customer's always right.
I would love customer service on phone. It's just the same women without just dropping with their real voice. They're like, you know.
Can I speak to your manager? That lady's a bitch. Yeah, I'll talk to her.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, you'd have to mail in, man. It was it was a different experience than now.
Yeah.